So I don't even know what I'm doing here, but there's more bullshit, more propaganda, more fake. They're gonna be like, oh, we need to have the bunker now, even more, the ballroom. I mean, why do we keep having these fake ass situations? Nothing, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing did happen. Yeah. More bullshit. Somebody just starts shooting at the White House. What kind of stupid? Like, it's all just fake propaganda bullshit. And the fact that people keep shooting at him, maybe I should say something. Jesus. I don't care. I don't care what you do.
Tonight, California Governor Gavin Newsom issuing a state of emergency in Orange County as officials brace to contain a potentially catastrophic situation at a chemical plant. At least 50,000 people already forced to evacuate.
50,000 people forced to evacuate. I did what I was told.
With mandatory evacuation
It's
expanding in this densely populated area, at least a dozen schools were shut down.
so
Nursing homes,
you're getting manually or mandatory evacuation to a place where you're all in the same room together, but you're still in the same area.
The crisis occurring at GKN Aerospace, which builds engines and landing gear for commercial and military aircraft. One of the tanks started leaking from a broken valve, according to authorities.
How would they know?
Firefighters teams working around the clock to stop the leaking tank from exploding, putting their lives on the line to neutralize the chemical.
It's an additive that they put into the liquid that
Craig
neutralizes
Covey.
toxicity where the reaction is to it, kind of stabilizes it. The toxicity may still be there, the flammability is still there, but the reactivity is not.
A company spokesperson saying in a statement they are working with experts to resolve the issue quickly.
Man,
Crews also trying
I
to
really
close down
wish
the
somebody
tanks
would
using
shoot him.
sprinklers. Authorities say they're preparing
Seriously,
for the
that would be
possibility of
just
the leaking
so
chemical to leak out.
amazing. Where is Vance, though? I don't see much of Vance anymore.
But they are consulting with experts across the country to find solutions.
Still an active situation. Jack and Lee, we appreciate it. The White House is signaling tonight that the nearly 3-month-old inconsistent with reality, and they say that this has the potential
A major sticking point. Who thought to put this guy on television? Seriously. Look, I mean, Trump needs to speak to the Israeli Prime Minister before doing something. And this guy has a lisp too. Look at that sick man. They haven't done anything. They lost. God, I just can't watch this shit anymore. It's so riddled with propaganda, and you know they're not going to actually say anything that matters. You know, like they're not. Look at this guy's fucking face. Look at his eyes. Look at his weird ass. Like, he's just so friar. Kyle Busch.
Tonight, new answers in the sudden death of NASCAR legend Kyle Busch as tributes pour in to one of the biggest racing weekends of the year. Busch's photo bracing the Jumbotron in North Carolina.
Somebody needs to sell his Kyle Busch card.
The 41-year-old racing superstar died of pneumonia-induced sepsis, according to his family.
What?
Busch had complained of a substantial cough in recent weeks.
Pneumonia-induced sepsis?
This 911 Bush's family announcing his death a day later. Is this something that could have been prevented had the right
That's pretty
treatment been
crazy.
administered sooner?
Potentially. So while in sepsis, earlier treatment is typically better, it's not
Ooh, ooh, you guys don't even know what you're missing here. Ever first Bush died.
Who's that?
Race car, NASCAR.
During a race?
No, he had sepsis. He had sepsis from pneumonia. Pneumonia.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was in the hospital. It's not from pneumonia. Don't let him get it twisted. Pneumonia does not cause sepsis. Hospitals
Pneumonia-induced sepsis.
cause sepsis.
Well, we might have to sell because we have one really nice card of his. So throwing that up for sale. Anybody want a nice Kyle Busch card? Let me know. Jesus Christ. So apparently there was a shooting at the White House. Well,
Nobody died.
no, of course not. It's some random person was like shooting at the I don't know, something stupid. Man. God, I wish they would have shot him. I wish somebody would shoot him. But then you say that and you go like, what does that lead to? I always think it's strange that, like, you ever watch Jack Reacher? Movie's a good movie, but how come nobody ever does that shit with a Trump or a Netanyahu or a Bezalel Smotrich or an Itmar Ben Gvir or literally anyone? Nobody uses a sniper rifle to take out somebody like that. You can get really, really far away and still be able to be accurate. You have a good tonight. Hope you good tonight. Oh, I'm swell, thank you. Well, nothing I can do about my stream not being clear. You guys have to ask yourselves why my stream isn't clear. Why am I so interfered with? Can you imagine what they're doing in the areas where they force these evacuations? You don't know what they're doing to houses and shit. People on Twitter use this to advocate for the ballroom again. Exactly. That's what you're looking for. Or that local experts and authorities. Why does everybody have a really bad list? I'm really kind of confused by that. If your job is talking, and you don't talk really well, why are you a paid talker? The government is trying to censor you. Well, duh. I'm probably the one that's been telling you guys the truth for longer than anybody else. And been consistent and refused to back down and been right about the crazy shit and provide you with more evidence than anybody else. Like, strangely though, I don't get to have the Ian Carroll numbers. I don't get to have the Nick Fuentes numbers. I don't get to have a dinner date with Kanye West and President Trump. How do you not be famous? How do you get an opportunity like that and not make yourself rich from it? I mean, the news is just so awful. And here, if you go here, there's rains, and here there's a fire, and here there's a shooting, and here there's this. And the news is never like, we have a new breakthrough in technology to give everybody free this, or make people's lives better this way. Or never.
Houston's Hobby Airport, and across the country today, there have been thousands of delays and or cancellations, and the severe weather is not letting up. Heavy rain is expected to continue across Texas and the Gulf Coast through tonight, and the East Coast will stay damp and cool too. Jose?
Crystal Thompson in Houston, thank you. When we come back, the growing concerns over AI-generated police reports around the country.
AI-generated police reports.
Osteoporosis. I thought the last thing I want is to sit around all day.
Ow.
Someone I know. Turns out I got far from it. If you have postmenopausal
So fucking crazy.
high risk for fracture, rapidly build new bone in just 12 months. Evenity is the only bone builder that also helps slow bone loss, and it significantly reduces spine fracture risk. But then she said it builds new bone. Builds new bone.
I can't do it.
Okay, I'm not. What do you want me to do? I'm standing here and I'm not moving.
Tell your doctor if you have had a heart attack or stroke.
Ow.
Take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it, as serious events have occurred with Evenity. Signs include rash, hives, swelling of the face, or allergies may cause difficulty in swallowing or breathing.
Just looking for something real quick.
Cramps, numbness, or tingling. Tell your doctor about severe jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity. Report hip, groin, or thigh pain. Unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred with Evenity. Ask your doctor about it. Did you know your brain has three-dimensional memory?
Oh wow.
Short
Oh wow.
and long term.
Yeah, I guess I should
That's
probably
why we
sell
created
mine.
Nariva Memory 3D. Developed
I have
by
this
scientists
exact
with
same one.
clinically tested ingredients. Nariva Memory 3D supports three dimensions of
Yeah.
memory. Short,
And go ahead and put it up.
and working memory. Take it from me. An elephant never forgets.
Yep.
When you need to remember.
So my feed is all fucked up. Why do you think that is?
Again, Jeff? I picture you.
Like, think about it. I have cell phone towers literally just all around me. I'm in a rural suburban area of Detroit where it's flat everywhere, and I'm in an aluminum siding covered house. Why would I ever have any difficulties with my signal? Outside of its manufactured. Manufactured. Everything is just so manufactured to keep us from the reality. They don't want this guy especially talking about Israel, Israel doesn't exist. I say it all the time, but Israel doesn't actually exist. He still has 3/4 of that bottle. I don't know why the hell you did that much of a bottle.
Police reports. Departments across the country are starting to use them, but some groups are sounding the alarm about how they're being handled and where the information could be going.
The information goes to Israel. Chula Vista.
More officers are getting out of the station and into the streets.
How does this fat piece of shit?
A tool called Axon Draft One, that helps officers generate police reports in minutes.
Overall, just an incredible enhancement to the way we're doing police work.
We got a behind the
Female
scenes
police
look at how the
officers.
AI works. Reading from a script in a controlled environment. I pretended I was reporting a robbery. The rear passenger small window was smashed.
She's reading the script that she's been given.
Generates a transcript from the audio of an officer's body-worn camera.
How long does it normally take to write a police report? We're looking at an hour, 2 hours for the average report. This, I can see that's at least 45 minutes in most cases.
Sergeant Priscilla Gratton.
No.
No, dude, you put it some.
Mistakes. This is what
Well, it's not very far. I guarantee it's in the same room.
presenting this information in the future and testifying to it.
Israel does exist. God will never leave them. No, Israel doesn't exist. Israel is just a construct. Israel is an idea. The real problem is the cult, the disgusting pedophile, genocidal cult that controls them, right? Or that inhabits Israel and poisons the rest of society with their pedophilia, their genocidal nature, their supremacy. Yeah, everything about themish stuff, everything about your cult is just disgusting.
customer data to train AI systems by default.
And I want to do everything I can, everything in my power to eliminate it, to eradicate it. Like, you don't just leave a little bit of cancer because you're like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to be a jerk. No, you eradicate that fucking cancer. And then you monitor things to make sure that cancer doesn't come back. Because if it doesn't come back, you eradicate it again. You have to. Oh my God. You have to an earthquake. Yeah. It smells like Marlboro Lights and cat piss. Yeah, that's what our house smells like. Again, I'm talking about we should kill pedophiles and eliminate genocide. And this guy wants to talk about his fantasies and shit. Like, it's just funny how these fucking morons work. And these are probably, you know, let's see, Bent Rod Willie. Yeah, joined 11 years ago, has 2 subscribers. You know, your fake ass fucking standard profile bullshit. What is the cancer? The chosen friar cult is the cancer. The inhabitants of Israel are the cancer. That belief structure that permeates society is the cancer. Like you just said, every day without cancer progression is a victory. We need to eliminate the cancer. Because it's just destroying people. It's destroying lives. And this cancer targets children. Like, it's just it's there. And the thing is too, it's like, okay, so all right, go ahead, tell me what are some of the good things the cancer does.
Where's the remote, Mom?
She doesn't know, dude. You have to keep looking. Oh, only thing that would happen is Mom would come down and look for it.
You're
So
the
now,
only one that touched it. Check inside the cushions of the chair.
like, you gotta look, dude. How's that highly processed drink going for you? The highly processed drink is going for me just fine. It's a choice that I'm making and all that. But see, again, you choose to talk about the drink and not the subject matter, which tells me a lot about you as a person, what kind of sick piece of shit you are. Because again, you just heard me say we should kill pedophiles and overthrow this supremacist society, blah, blah, blah. And you don't go, fuck yeah, let's kill those pedos. What can we do, man? How can we band together as a society to kill these pedos? You don't say anything like that. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird how that works out? Yeah. Oh, here comes the fake saint. The other pedo, the other side of the pedo movement, the Christian version. And then this guy's telling me that it's getting repetitive and I should move. So are you saying you want to watch me talk about other stuff? Why do you want to watch me talk about other stuff? If you don't want to hear about what I'm talking about, shouldn't you just go somewhere else? It's really weird how stupid you guys are.
Secret Service
They-
have machine guns.
Right. That you feel like you type that shit and you think, all right, this is gonna get him. And you're a fucking pedophile. I mean, you're a pedophile. You pretend to be a preacher, but you're a pedophile, or a priest, but you're a pedophile. Like, you're just disgusting. You know, you're a disgusting piece of shit. Did you want to talk about how the Catholic Church has consistently caught raping children and doesn't do anything about it?
Posting this video of a joint exercise between the U.S. and Venezuela. You can see those huge ospreys landing at the U.S. Embassy in Caracas. The head of U.S. Southern Command.
It's always some little bitty guy. Look at that schnoz.
The embassy says it's part of President Trump's three-phase plan for Venezuela following the ouster of Nicolas.
Now we have somebody else. It's same shit. So now we went from meth to now zesty, then to trans. Because that's all they can come up with. Wow, Magnum 6 is huge. Like, it's so funny to see how desperate they are. Right? They don't seem to have a problem with children being raped, but sure are mad at me. Oh, yep. Still having his all-day temper trap. Says Sarah, the fucking fryer. Sarah is a piece of shit fryer. Isn't it strange how they come out of the woodwork? Think about it. They make up 2% of the U.S. population, 0.183% of the world's population. I've been live for about 20 minutes, and there's 12 people watching, but at least 4 or 5 of them are admittedly friars. What are the chances of that? If they're not being sent here, if they're not being assigned this page as a mission, what are the chances that they just happen to stumble across my shit? And then, of course, not say anything about, yep, we need to kill pedos. Why are you saying friar? Because if you say the J word too much, it triggers something. So, besides, they know, you guys know what friar means. You guys are friars. Oh, take your meds. We have a take your meds. Haven't you gotten the memo that gives you away? You're not supposed to say that anymore. Same thing with the schizophrenic stuff. Right? Because one, it makes you look really stupid, but two, it shows your true colors, right? If I'm not a one who wants this being swarmed by page shows you're not speaking truth. Well, yeah, well. Showing your idiotic anti-Semitism. I'm very proud of my anti-Semitism. Policy or predisposition favorable to Jews. That's what Semitism means. That's supremacy. And I'm very much against pedophiles having supremacy. And yet here's another one of these they just what? They got nothing going on in their world. They literally watched me for like 4 hours earlier today. I go live some 5 hours later, and here they are again 4 hours later, and oh no, like 8 hours later, 7 hours later. And here they are again, crying about what I'm saying, but not actually debunking any of it. And now he'll say, I did debunk you because he told me I was wrong, right? I should repent for thinking we should kill pedophiles. Why would I ever repent for that?
There's good news tonight. You know, so often the good news doesn't get as much.
Why would I ever repent for thinking we should kill you pedophiles? Jesus is on the way, the truth. Oh, Sarah. So you already admitted to being a dumb friar, right? But if you're a dumb Christian, that's even better because you clearly don't know your Bible. Nobody likes your opinion, clown, so why do you keep watching? Doesn't really make any sense. Especially since you, like, I value you being here. You know, you keep proving the point. You keep proving that it's a bunch of friar pedophiles that are really upset with me. So it's pretty great. Thank you. Mental health issues. Yep, mental health issues. Thinking we should kill pedophiles. Right, Sarah? That would include you, and you don't want to be killed, right? Reported and disliked. Oh. Crybabies. Again, they're not actually capable of arguing, so they're going to report the feed, right? They're hoping somebody else comes and fixes it for them because they can't do it. Are they going to argue that metzitzia is okay? Why don't you tell everybody why metzitzia b'peh is okay? Come on, tell us. Oh, Sarah's reporting too. Oh. Again, a way to admit defeat, you know. What you're saying is too strong. I'm telling. You're saying shit I'm not smart enough to debunk myself. I'm telling. They're just so gross. They're so disgusting. They're so useless. And like I say, just a cancer. Just a disgusting cancer. Jesus called them the synagogue of Satan. Real Christians know the small hats are the enemy. Well, no, because Christians are dumb as hell. Right? Christians are worshiping a friar. Jesus was Jewish. The Bible is a Jewish fairy tale. All the main characters in the Bible are Jewish. He cries all day over nonsense. So you're saying killing pedophiles is nonsense? Other than pedophiles, who says shit like this? Yeah, no, Matt, I'm not seeing your shit. I don't want to see, but I've been here for 12 minutes and didn't hear your reply. Yeah, all I've seen you say is they must be reporting me too. And nobody likes a liar, so what then? Donated your dad's used dildo. Doesn't know how to spell dildo, so puts dill and then dough. Oh, late for his therapy session. Yup, that's what it must be. So let's just say I do need therapy. Let's just say I do have mental issues and shit. Does finding somebody with mental issues and then prodding them and poking and I guess trying to get them to have an episode, is that what makes you the good guy, I guess? Well, that seems like a weird hobby to have. There's nothing wrong with therapy. Plenty wrong with therapy. Religion God is too low like you to be correct. Yep. Again, amazing how nobody wants to talk about the Talmud, huh? Therapy is good. Yep, therapy's good. Go see somebody that has no incentive to make you better and literally loses money if they cure you. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yep, I'm not well. I think we should kill pedophiles like Sarah. And of course, pedophiles like Sarah think there's a problem with that, right? Pedophiles like Sarah don't like when people out them. Oh, question is, if the info true, who cares whatever probs guy may have or may not? Well, there you go. You'd think my personal life, like, isn't it weird how I keep trying to talk about the bigger picture and they want to talk about me? Like, I don't sit here and talk about myself all the time. They want to talk about me. They're so obsessed with me that they want to just keep talking about me and talking about me. And I'm like, hey, no, guys, I know you're obsessed and all. You know, I know each and every one of you would blow me in a heartbeat, but let's move past that, right? Let's talk about the bigger problems. Let's talk about the Talmud. Yep. Sarah can't come up with anything other than so delusional, right? It's the best they can do. It's all mental. Remember, for them, they've been told from the beginning through auto-emancipation that anybody that doesn't agree with friar supremacy has a psychosis, a pathological disorder, and an irrational phobia. That's literally all this is what they're trained to do. This is what their secure community network tells them to do. This is what their act.il tells them to do. This is what their yeshivas tell them to do. This is what their synagogues tell them to do. If anybody ever tries to point out what we do, call them crazy. And you know, for the most part, like if the anti-Semitism stuff doesn't work, you know, the anti-Semitism stuff is supposed to stop most conversations. Except if they run into somebody like me who's too much smarter than they are, right? And knows what words mean. What's the Talmud got to do with anything? Well, the Talmud says that raping children is okay if they do it. It actually has a whole protocol for what they do. And it explains why you have an entire population full of psychopaths. Why you have an entire population that rapes their own children regularly. It's actually pretty fucked up. Yep, I'm a little Satan, apparently. Everything, he seriously believes everything is... Well, again, if I'm wrong, why don't you pick one of the things and tell me what I'm wrong? I'm making a really good point. Other people believe what I say, so why don't you debunk what I'm saying and do everyone a favor there, you dumbass? Oh, the Sarah profile joined 2 weeks ago and has no subscribers. Meaning this is another one of those profiles specifically created for me. But hey, that's a real person, right? Oh, I guess if you say debunked, that means you did it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how it works. Didn't realize. The fact is, you are so wrong. About what? Does the Talmud not say that if a Goyim rapes a child, you kill the Goyim? But if the child is under 3 years and 1 day, it's actually nothing. It's a nothing. It's akin to a poke in the eye, because you guys have such micro penises. And are you going to deny that you have a micro penis? Come on, everybody knows that's true. But the hymen grows back and nothing happens. Now, if the kid is older than 3 years and 1 day, the rapist now owes the family of the victim the full dowry, which is 50 shekels or 100 dinars. And the victim now belongs to the rapist, somewhere in between a wife and a slave. And then they wait till, she turns 12 or 13, depending on which region they're in. They have their little bat mitzvah, and then she gets married and starts popping out kids. Just ask Rabbi Shmuley. His mother was 13 when she had her first kid with her husband, who was in his mid-20s. Yep, Sarah's going to say, guy is wrong. He's always wrong. He's delusional with his deranged beliefs. Yep, you sound like a reasonable person. Me quoting your shit and making, very precise points. Yep, I wouldn't win in a court of law. You would win if you... No, he's wrong. Meh. So are you denying your Talmud now? Are you saying your Talmud is wrong? Right? I mean, it's just amazing how fucking crazy these stupid people are. Talmud is full of crimes against humans from the minds of criminals. Yeah, they're just disgusting. I mean... Show me the friar organization that's out there campaigning to eliminate metzitzia. For those that don't know, metzitzia is the part of their circumcision ritual where the moil sucks on the baby. And they all sit around and watch it. Right? It's probably one of Sarah's favorite things to do is to go to a good bris. And there's more than enough of them, right? In New York alone, between 3,000 and 3,600 are done every year. That's 10 done every single day if they did them every day. But they don't, so pretty crazy. The Talmud is full of debates with different rabbis, Guy Williams. Some rabbis were wrong and some rabbis were right in regards to what you speak of. It is horrendous and sickening. And it happens to this fucking day. That's what happened to Naomi Elkin's poor children. And then they lied and said she killed them in a bout of insanity. And again, you want to sit here and pretend like, oh, it's horrendous what those other people do. Yeah, well, when do you speak out against it? You know it's happening. You know people that do it. You do it. Let's be honest. You do it, you sick piece of shit, because you're a disgusting fucking sick piece of shit. And you say nothing. You do nothing to protect the children. The only reason you're actually saying something now is to try to save face, but you've already proven what a piece of shit you are. And again, listen to how somebody that doesn't actually believe what they're saying, somebody who's guilty, trying to pretend like they're not guilty. Listen to how he responds. Does this sound like a normal, non-pedophile response? Well, the Talmud is full of debates with different rabbis, Guy Williams. Some rabbis were wrong and some were right. In regards to what you speak of, it is horrendous and sickening. Is that right? Is that what you... Horrendous and sickening? See, they don't even know how to respond like normal people would. To them, it feels like a bag of sand. I do. I do not do such filth. Your false accusations are satanic. Yeah, again, I do not do such filth. Your false accusations are satanic. That sounds like a real person's response to that shit, right? A real person who isn't a pedo, who doesn't have any stories that they don't want shown. Yeah, he sounds like a real winner, doesn't he? You cannot reason with the people as one of their black arts. Vertical Live is 99.9% bait. Again, if what I'm saying is bait to make you upset, then you're a piece of shit. I mean, you should be upset at what I'm saying, but not at me for saying it. You know, this should bait people into let's work together to try to eliminate this disgusting psychopathic pedophilia cult with their tunnels and all of their disgusting things. Huh? These people are scumbags. Yeah, they're the worst. They are the worst of the worst. And they're doing everything they can to pit us against each other so that we don't focus on them. As long as we're fighting each other, we're not looking at them. Oh, some dumbass who calls himself Einstein is dumb enough to say the schizo thing. Honestly, ask yourself, what do you think the chances are that all these random friars would just happen upon my feed and then all happen to say the same thing incorrectly? All think mental ill health is funny. They all make mental health jokes, and they frivolously throw shit like schizophrenia out there when it doesn't even make any sense. Clearly not hearing voices and shit. But somebody told them that anytime you hear a Goyim start to talk about what we do, call them schizophrenic. Say they're crazy. Tell them, take your meds. Take your meds. Just look at South Park. Look at Cupid Yee. You can take your meds, Yee. Take your meds. Take your meds is their rally cry. Keep believing in these psychotic lies in Hashem, the bitch ass fake piece of shit, dumb fucking your Hashem is Hashit, right? Hashit will get you. Oh, Hashit's gonna get me, is he? It's really too bad that Hashit is such a pedophile fan, because if Hashit can get me, then Hashit should be able to get pedophiles too. How come Hashit doesn't get pedophiles? Right. That person's in Tel Aviv and is rocking the MAGA thing. Because the MAGA thing is all them. It's all them trying to influence and pit us against each other. Like, you have to ask yourself, at this point, who is actually a Trump supporter? This dude is pretty clearly a fucking pedophile. Him not releasing the files is the nail in the coffin, like, duh. He supposedly has access to these files. And in these files are unequivocal bits of evidence that will somehow exonerate him. I don't even know how that works. How can evidence in the files exonerate you? But that's the claim. She's completely exonerated by the files, and yet he won't release it. If you were in a situation where you were being accused of horrific crimes and you had the evidence to exonerate yourself, what could possibly prevent you from releasing it? And in any situation like that, if it just so happens that the evidence either exonerates you or it implicates you, and you go, well, I'm not going to release it, even though it exonerates me, everybody else will think, well, no, it obviously implicates you. That's why you won't release it. If you have nothing to fear, then why would you hold it back? Typical leftist online temper tantrum behavior. Again, thinking we should kill pedophiles is temper tantrum behavior? Like, think about how weird this is. Yes, and we condemn Trump and Epstein both a little Satan. No, you don't. Trump is more popular in Israel than anywhere else. He's got a 99% approval rating in Israel. Why? Because he funds your life. And again, pedophiles aren't going to get mad at pedophiles. Don't read all my messages and judge me incompletely. And they sometimes do this to others as well. Man, you don't do enough for Palestine. You in America and support Israel, shame on you. Yeah, that makes sense. Is the true psychopath projecting his insanity onto others? Like, again, what? No, I don't believe in metzitzia. I'm not a soul correction guy. I don't study that or follow the Talmud and your stupid ass hashit. Yeah, no, there's no projecting here. Again, I understand that you have a limited number of responses you can give. Right? I get it. This isn't like, unless you're told how to respond, you're not smart enough. The inbreeding has you so stupid, you're not smart enough to actually come up with a response. But I appreciate you. Athletic Trumpers, Trumpanzees, thank you very much. Defend the kosher now, polishing, hiding those files, brain dead. Right, it's just insane. It really is insane. But I think the stuff you see on TV, I mean, it's on TV, so it's manufactured. I really don't know a lot of Trump supporters nowadays. He needs to delete the videos from his channel that contain his old, absurd flat earth views. Why would I need to? Again, why is it absurd to you? It's just so stupid. The same people that tell you that you need to believe in her shit are the same people that tell you the earth is round. It's just so weird how amazing people are, amazingly stupid people are when they want to be. I can't question why Joe Biden didn't release the files. What? What? Joe Biden is another piece of shit. Nobody supports Joe Biden, you dumbass. But Joe Biden wasn't implicated in the files. See, there's a big difference there. Obviously, Joe is a dumbass, this, that, and the other. But Joe wasn't the star of the files. So Trump has much more incentive to release the files since they supposedly implicate him so much. But again, I know people have to. You're a Trumpanzee, so you really need things explained slowly to you. It's fucking insane. Yeah, I look like someone from To Catch a Predator. Yeah, that's what lots of those, To Catch a Predator, if you actually go back and watch the first few seasons before the Secure Community Network really got up and running and warned them whenever Hansen came to town, 40, 50, 60% of the people they were catching were friars. 2% of the population was getting caught 40, 50% of the time. Do you understand how disgusting that is? I hate Trump, so what's your point? I don't like or trust any government, so how can you say all friars support these nut jobs? I don't say that stuff. But the polls show that overwhelmingly friars support Trump. And Trump, to me, is a distraction. Again, I don't sit here and talk about Trump. I'm much more interested in eradicating your cancer than anything else. Your cult needs to be destroyed more than anything else. Yep. Oh, look. We have two of them now making the same Catch a Predator jokes. Oh, they're so funny. They're so original. They're just so predictable. 2 months ago, no subscribers. What a surprise. The Steen, the friar, has only been on YouTube for 2 months and has no subscribers. Nah, that's not a bot. Nah, that's a real person. Join a local Shabbat house. Yeah, right. Why would I ever want to go to someplace so disgusting? And see how we truly live. Leave the dark side and you will see the wonderful friar. I promise you will preach the amazing quality. No, I won't. Why would I need to go someplace? Right? Why would I need to like put myself in danger and all that? I can just look it up. It's all right here. It's all really obvious. Again, I spent a good portion of an earlier video reading darkness. We noticed that you ran away about halfway through. Because again, you're just lying, man. I'm not lying. Bottom of Darkness isn't my article. It's Israel Hayom, Bottom of Darkness. Yeah, that's not me. That's you guys. Fuck your hashit, and I'm proud of my anti-Semitism. You keep saying it like it's a bad thing. I hope nothing ever gets in between me and my anti-Semitism. I couldn't be more proud of my anti-Semitism. Yep, this guy is insane. He thinks we should kill pedophiles, and pedophiles think that's insane. I've read enough Shabbat literature to know just how sick they are. Your leaders believe the shit guy is talking about. They think we have beast souls, weak, deluded, evil theology. Yeah, they're disgusting. Yeah, they think of us as cattle, here to service them. Anything that isn't them is considered Goyim. It's not just the people. It's the chair, it's the table, it's the tree, it's the car, the cat, the dog, whatever. Everything that's not them is Goyim, and it's all there to service them. Like I say, they all believe that when their Messiah arrives, that they will all have 2,800 Goyim slaves. And it's presented that way to actually insulate themselves. Because at first you go, wow, that's a pretty horrendous thing. But then your common sense kicks in and you're like, those little weasel pieces of shit, there's no way they could ever control 2,800 people. They're cowards. They're weak. They're little trolls. How would they ever control 2,800 people? Well, it turns out that's not what they believe. They don't believe it as far as like chattel slaves, as far as bondage slaves go. What they believe is that we, Goyim, will finally recognize their spiritual supremacy and become willing slaves. We will willingly serve them. And that's basically what now is anyway. It's just a nice way of saying it. It takes about 2,800 of us living our lives, cooking the French fries, paying into the insurance, working at the restaurant, fucking, pumping the gas, whatever it may be, buying the product, whatever. About 2,800 of us to ensure that they get to live their free lives, basically. I just don't get their strategy. Why she'll swarm your eye when you're talking about off. If they want to discredit, keep quiet till you make a mistake on politics or whatever. Right, you would think that's what they would do. Delusionalism on full delusionalism, huh? Is that a thing? Delusionalism? Yes, I read your comment. I have to say, temper tantrums are it's funny. So, killing pedophiles, the idea of children being raped, the idea of Goyim being slaves, the genocide, that's funny to you. And it's even funnier that I'm calling you out for being a pedo. Yeah, that's something that non-pedophiles, non-friars say. They're just so stupid, man. They make the video for me. They prove the point every time. Off his meds. Yep. Take your meds. They can't help themselves because their brains won't allow it. Like I say, the abuse that we're talking about is far beyond deviant abuse. The abuse is literally written into their belief structure. It's like, you know, going to communion. You have to go through the abuse to get the you know, the transcendence and the enlightenment and oh, transcendence and oh my god, I can't think of the word right now. But it's much deeper than people think. It's a staple. It's just a part of things. The children get abused. The adults do the abusing, and the cycles just repeat. They love death. Look at cancer's name. Reveal suffering. Yeah. Now, apparently, this person knows who my doctor is, and that my doctor is like again, such desperate shit. Not one statement about, yeah, you're right, we should kill pedos. I don't them, but I agree we should kill pedos. Nothing like that. They don't think to say those things like normal people would because that's what they are. They're pedos. They're pedophile friars. This is the backbone of their thing. It literally starts 8 days after birth with metzitzia. And it continues with the Talmud. It continues with soul correction, bottom of darkness, into bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs when they're legal and they can legally be abused with on the same, like on a sexual. That's the only way they become adults. That's the only way they become equal. They become equal to 30, 40-year-olds in that they can all have sex with each other, and now that's okay. They're not allowed to drive. They're not allowed to drink or vote or own businesses. That's not it. They're not adults in that regard. Just in that they can get married and it's okay for the adults to rape them. And it's what they are. It's why Mary was 12 when God impregnated her, and even though she was with Joseph, she was still a virgin because she was betrothed to Joseph. And she wasn't 13 yet, so he hadn't started having sex with her and making her make babies. Even though he was in his 50s, you know, he was at least in his 50s. Some say, most sources say that he was between 50 and 90. Most say it's like 80 to 90. Some say he's in his 50s, 30s, or 40s. And then a very small few sources say, well, no, he was in his mid-20s. Either way, she's 12. And it's just because it's all friar bullshit. The Bible is a Jewish fairy tale. Jesus was a Jew. Mary was a Jew. These are all Jewish fairy tales. Pretty simple stuff. Right? Hashit is literally the abusive father who calls his followers servants, same as the word slaves, blind leading the blind. Yeah. Again, who's dumb enough to call the guy that thinks we should kill pedophiles somebody with, you have mental problems? You think we should kill pedos? Oh, you have mental problems. Who the fuck says stuff like that? Who's that dumb other than pedos? Well, friar pedos especially. Anyway, wasn't trying to be here this long. It was supposed to be just for the breaking news, but that wasn't much. So, what a filthy book. No other religion's text has so much diarrhea crammed into one volume. Yeah, well, they all are based on that shit, but they can't, you know, like the main one has to have the main shit, has to do the most stuff. Wouldn't be the main one if it didn't. Anyway, you know the spiel. Go get your free download, www.the-builderberg-group.com. All the links in the description are important. Go check them out. Have yourself a great day, and you pedophiles kill yourself. Wait for it. Okay.